Hello everybody, Cedar Ridge Homestead here. We're going to do a little quick update tonight when I get ready to do my evening chores, and I'm just going to take you along with me. We've got quite a bit going on the homestead, including dogs eating each other, but you know, that's par for the course. Hey! Quit! This is the state of ridiculous. I'm trying to do an update, and this is what I'm dealing with. They have to eat each other. Dear. Crazy dogs. Anyway, I wanted to give you a quick update. We've had quite a bit going on in the homestead this summer. I know that the whole world's been shut down with COVID virus, but you know, life's been going on in the homestead here just the same. Have to whip some dogs in a minute, I guess. Quit! Hey! Quit! Take 4. I was just going to do a real quick update tonight. I haven't been on a lot. I haven't been filming a lot lately. A big reason is because my husband had knee surgery on the 20th, and he's been doing some pretty major recovery. He was not a candidate for a knee replacement, so they had to basically rebuild his knee. And we've either been going to doctor's appointments or physical therapy or something like all the time since then, or I've been having to try to take care of him because he can't walk. And so, been kind of a busy summer. We're starting to get kind of back in the swing of things, other than dogs eating each other, which they're doing. But we're starting to get kind of back in the swing of things, and I was going to try to give you a little update about some of the stuff that we've had going on. I'm just going to bring you along with me on our evening chores so that you can kind of see a little bit of what's been going on here on the homestead. One thing that's been going on in the homestead is I've been trying to get some garden planted. We are still kind of about a half-baked effort here. I do have potatoes planted in my pot here. My grandson actually got those accomplished for me. We have some like beets, there's carrots, there's some, I think, bok choy. Can't remember which is and which one right now because that's how my state of my mind is. But anyway, we have some garden started. I've got a very few tomatoes in. They haven't really shown much. I've got some green beans like right along there. And as you can see, we've got our new goose. She's still an adolescent. I say she, I'm hoping, is still an adolescent. And this goose lives with these 3 chicks. And I'm trying to keep her in a safe state. So right now, she is living in my garden. And since most of what I grow is in containers, the plants are pretty safe from the goose, and the goose is pretty safe in here from critters and hawks and whatnot until she gets a little bit bigger. So that's our first thing I was going to give you a tour of. As you can see, I've got a little bit of mulch going. But this is our goose. This is Tipper. And Tipper is Emden crossed with a Toulouse. So she is going to be our new guard goose. I keep saying she, and I'm hopeful. We don't have no idea if it's a boy or girl. But right now she's just kind of cleaning weeds. And she's doing real well. She's about half grown. She's still going to get a lot bigger. Believe it or not, she still has a little bit of baby fuzz on her head and neck. But she does have her feathers in, mostly. And then this is her little crew, I call them. There are 2 little cockerels and a little pullet that have been living with her pretty much since we got her, just as companions. So, it's kind of funny watching the crew hang out. I'll stand you down here and let you look a little bit at our pasture. It has been raining like crazy here. We got 4 inches of rain, over 4 inches of rain in the last week, and pretty crazy, but it's been really great for the pasture. As you can see, we've got clover for miles, so it's been a good thing. Out here is the pastured poultry. I've got my meat birds. It's going to get kind of noisy here because everybody's starving to death, of course. You can see where these meat birds have been. Like a path of destruction in the middle of the clover. And every day they are scooted forward just a little bit farther. Here are my grass-fed meat birds. We started off with 52 total. I got some for my daughter. My oldest daughter is doing meat birds for the first time this year, and I kept 52 of them for the first 2 weeks. That way they were ready to start, you know, being out in the ground and outside and not needing a heat lamp. It's warmer weather here, and as long as there's 20 of them and they have a good sheltered area and they can snuggle together. We have nighttime temperatures of about 60 right now, so they're doing just fine. But they're already out here on the pastured pen, and they are loving it. They're going through the grain like crazy. They've got water, they've got grit, and every day they have fresh clover. Pretty happy little guys. And you can see, kind of tour around this pen a little bit. I've got videos on how I made this little pastured coop. Right now I've got the 30 meat chicks in here, and I also have one baby turkey and one little Dominique cockerel in there that's about the same age. Things will kind of get moved around a little bit as they get bigger, but right now they've got plenty of space. You can see that half of this is covered completely, and then the other half we just have the screen top to protect them from too much sun. And I don't know if you can tell, but this dark back in here, there's some of that screen that hangs down, so that if they go back in the sheltered area in the back where it's the coop part, I guess you'd say, they're pretty much protected from any driving rain as well, which has been very nice. So they're doing really well. Okay, I've made this pen. As you can see, it's hog panel, and then I have vinyl chicken netting on the inside of that all the way around. It's got a metal top, and then I put the plastic siding part on top of the cattle panel, so it's pretty solid. But baby chicks are pretty vulnerable, so we have a whole armory going on. You can see quite a good spot to stick this. Okay. You can see we got wire down here, and the wire goes all the way around the bottom of the whole coop, and then at night they get electrified. So we've got our electric fence all the way around it. And since we built Fort Knox and electrified the bottom of it, we have not ever lost a chick so far, because everything gets zapped if it gets too close. So that's how I protect them. And then in the morning their coop will move forward and we'll start the day over. I forgot to add, these chicks are, I believe, 14 days old right now. So that's about how big they are. Then we have all of this clover. So I'm trying to graze it as much as possible. It's a spare coop. But we have electric net set up. These are my two little ewe lambs. The black one is Silk and the white one is Brenda. And right now they are separated from the rest of the sheep. And who's coming right now ahead of you is Mr. Evil. That is Ninja, and he needs to go to a soup pot. The next part of my job every day is we're going to put these turkeys away. Come on. Come on, turkeys. Come on. Come on. Come on. They know the drill. They've been out over here in this pen with Time and the ram all day today. So they've had this whole big side pen and lots of old hay to dig through and lots of fun to have. So that's where the turkeys have been all day long. So time to shut up the next bunch. Okay, now we're in the back of the barn here. And as you guys can see, I've got it kind of divided off into several lots. And this is where Honey and her boys, I say, not her boys, but the little boy sheep have been. She's kind of babysitting. As you can see, we've got lots of grass and lots of clover. And I've got this little lot here and this lot there, and then there's one more lot over there, and they're kind of getting rotated between the three lots right now, just back and forth and back. They've been out here grazing since about 9 o'clock this morning, so they've had a good day of grazing. And the big girl is Honey, and the white boy is my new ram, Joseph. And then I have the two wethers. David Wallace is the fat one, and the skinny little one is the bottle lamb, Jeremy. But they're having a little grass tonight. Time to put the goose away. So, that's pretty much the end of the chores. I think it was too dark for you to see me shutting up the chickens, but I just basically pulled the chicken door shut. And then after I shut the chicken door and shut the roosters up, the last thing I have to do at night is I gather the eggs again one last time before I go to bed. And then we are pretty much done. It's about 8 o'clock, it's dark, and the little ewe lambs are in the front stall, shut up safe and sound so that nothing can get them. The younger sheep are with Honey, and they're in the back of the barn, shut up so nothing can get them. And then I have the ram and one adult ewe out overnight so they can have their grazing time, and that way we don't have any problem with like the ram wanting to go through the fence or whatever. So it just works out pretty smooth that way. Anyway, I haven't ever done nighttime chores with you guys. I thought maybe I'd give it a try. So I'm glad that you stopped by. If you like this kind of video, just hit the thumbs up, and glad to have all the new subscribers that we've got. I know that this is a new thing for a lot of people. They're locked up, and so they're like looking at a lot of homestead videos. I apologize. We've had a lot of old videos on, and I have great plans to do a whole lot more newer videos and really teach some people some stuff. If you have something that you're really interested in learning how to do, making soap, cooking, canning, making jams and jellies, there's a lot of videos I want to do, but I haven't had time, and like I said, with my husband having surgery. So I'm going to be doing more as things go along. Just bear with me, and it'll kind of go slow at first, but hopefully we'll pick up momentum. So anyway, thanks for commenting. I really enjoyed the comments, and thanks for sharing these videos. It really helps us out a lot. Just enjoy every day. Enjoy the summer. Enjoy the spring. Try to see the good in life. Try to remember God loves you no matter what. And thanks for watching.